Tip: Loctite your derailleur fixing bolt before putting it on. It will reduce the likelihood of it jiggling loose, and it'll keep your friends happy. They don't have to deal with your shit.
However do you need it? That song. That's all I got. So we started, I don't know what year now.
2019.
Yeah. 2019? We had been friends for a couple of years, just riding bikes together. We met through biking, and we had realized that we had a lot of matching clothes. And we would show up on rides and be like, oh, that jersey's matching. Oh, that jersey's matching. And decided that we wanted to start a women's little bike group so that we could just make our own matching jerseys and maybe just post stupid things on Instagram. And we told Cam at Inside Line about it just in passing, and he was on board from day one to support us. So it kind of just, the ball started rolling from there and grew into trying to create an inclusive community for women biking. There's a lot of really good opportunities for structured programs for women in the mountain bike community now compared to what there used to be. So there's a lot more structured coaches clinics, a lot more structured places to learn. But there's still a huge disparity between the amount of women and men out biking. So I think just that general community of being able to go out and have a bunch of women to ride with, to have some of the more casual rides, an easy way to connect with people outside of a super formal setting. When we were out in Retallick a couple of years ago, and our truck was about half women and half men, and all of the women were from Moose Mountain out here. And it was interesting because some of the men in our truck were like, we don't have that many women that ride back home. Whereas we were talking about at Moose Mountain, we're pretty lucky that on any given night, you can have anywhere from 30 to 50% of the parking lot is female. So I think we've got a huge increase in the numbers in the area, but would like to see that kind of more broad in multiple areas and just those, I guess, less formal ways to have more women to ride with. I think intimidation is just a factor of it being a male-dominated sport.
Yeah. And just going out with your partner or your, boyfriend or husband, and then that's kind of who you get stuck riding with for a little bit, and then it's hard to meet other women. So I think that doesn't help either. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's an easy way for women to get in, but then it's hard to get out and meet those other groups. I think some of it too, when you don't market to women as a group, then of course that's not going to be a group that's interested. And I think we're seeing more of it. We're seeing more women's specific lines, women's specific gear, and that stuff needs to be there to be able to make it, I think, an overall welcoming space and a place that women can see themselves in. And I think the more women that are involved in it and the more not obvious, but the more you see it out there and there's that representation, the more women can see, oh yeah, I can see myself doing that as well. One dream mountain bike spot. I mean, Whistler's great. Whistler's real good, but I would really like to ride in France. I think there's a lot of stuff in France that I would like to ride. I don't think that I would say dream compared to Whistler, but there's, a lot of stuff there that I'd like to check out.
Yeah, Whistler Squamish or even just Nelson. Just keep it local.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with help from Cam, we are sponsored by Liat and Inside Line, obviously. Who else?
We've got Ride Fox suspension and Gruppo nutrition as well. Definitely Inside Line and Liet would be the two main ones. Liet keeps us kitted in our helmets, protective gear. They've definitely saved some of our body parts when we're crashing, and they do have a really great line of women's mountain bike apparel. The social rides have been super fun and a great way to just get out and ride with other ladies, help them meet each other. Um,
Continue with Inside Line and hopefully Liat in the future.
Yeah.
Just keep, riding.
I think we also are working on some updated merch. That'll be a little bit different than what we have currently. That should be pretty fun to wear and get out there for everyone, but really just continue with like the inclusive events that give women an opportunity to get out and ride and meet others and try different places where you wouldn't normally try. Like for some ladies tonight, this is their first time ever riding Chestermere, and it's either they might not know about it or seems intimidating or they're not sure what bike they can bring. So just being able to explore more parts of the city and introduce more people to it as well.